Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Brick Stop and Brick Monarch's channel here tonight. We're gearing up for another live stream, and we have a new topic of conversation on Let's Talk About Lego tonight. I'm going to get Brick Monarch in here, and we will start talking about a theme that actually I really love. It's one of my favorite themes, but it's kind of underrated. So we're gonna dig into this one tonight, and let's see.
Hello?
There we go.
Can you hear me?
I got the hat, and you got the walkie. There it is. That's awesome, dude. I love it.
I love you too, man.
All right. So tonight, I actually didn't tell them in the intro what we were talking about yet. So Lego Arctic.
First wave.
The first wave. Yes. So the very first one, it's going to be 2000. Year 2000 when they first launched the first Lego Arctic Lego sets. And this is when it was its own theme, even though it's still categorized mostly online as a sub-theme of city or town or whatever.
Town.
Now.
The first wave was town.
Yeah. Well, the first wave, in my opinion, was its own theme.
I feel the same way.
But hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. Welcome. We got somebody. OCSD Bricks. Oh my God, the set's in the background. Yeah, my little flex. I like to throw the boxes back there. That's just I don't got anything else to throw back there, so I put those back there. It's a fun time. Well, these are some of the best. These are some of the best kits back here. So, but yeah, tonight Arctic. What do you know or think about Arctic? What's the first things that come to mind kind of when you're thinking Lego Arctic?
Dude, I mean, I love the Ice Planet, which we will probably end up talking about like in January or February.
Yeah.
But, you know, when the Arctic came out, I saw a new variation of Ice Planet, and I just had to have all of them, and I did.
Yeah.
And I've recently decided to recollect all of them, and so I'll have that all buttoned up here in about 2 weeks.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean it follows on the heels of something similar to Johnny Thunder mixed with a little bit of more modern technology. I mean, it's a very cool place for Lego to take a theme. Just like I think Divers was when Divers came out.
Divers was also really cool. I really enjoyed the Divers as well.
Yeah, it was, and I think it stands, just now we're jumping on to Divers, but it stands alone in its own right and doesn't, in my opinion, conflict with Aquazone and all of the sci-fi underwater sets because they did such a good job creating like coral reefs and a different color scheme and making it very realistic in that sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was kind of cool.
And the Arctic is the same way. And the one thing about the Arctic sets is the simplicity of the pieces. We're going into that large piece era.
Yeah. This was like,
but surprisingly, it was still very effective on this sub theme.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree because a lot of people look at the 2000s as Lego's kind of decline, which is a totally fair way to look at it. They went into some wild stuff after that, and they had some problems. But Arctic, though they started employing those techniques, like you said, they did it very well, and the sets don't feel overly simplistic, though they have lots of simple pieces in them.
Yeah.
And they had enough kind of cool new parts to like flesh it out a little bit that I think it was forgivable a little more than some of the wild stuff that came later.
I mean, I think overall the whole theme is pretty good.
Yeah. No,
I've looked at some of the follow-up releases.
Yeah.
That weren't technically called Arctic.
One was kind of like Antarctica, and then one was something else.
Yeah, but they're all similar. They're all similar in color scheme and whatnot. But yeah, man, that first one, that first wave, that was one of those ones that I had set up when I was like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
I had it set up at my dad's house, and it was like a display with like, you know, the snow up on the hills, and I had the polar base and everything. So I'm looking forward to rebuilding that and having that back in my world.
Yeah. Yeah. Retro Brick says hello, and something else. They said something about divers.
Yeah, Divers is amazing.
Divers was amazing. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Yeah, man. So yeah, they did do. So it's come back twice since 2000 as a full-fledged sub theme of city.
Yeah,
2014 they introduced. Was that the first time they introduced husky dogs?
I think so.
Might have been. They might have thrown them into one or two other things, but I think that was the first time we saw the huskies. And then in 2018, which I think is the best compared to, or not, or excluding the 2000 original release, because that's my favorite. But 2018 release has a lot of really cool stuff they did with it, with the mammoths and the saber tooths and all of that.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I thought that was sick. So that, out of the three waves, I think it's the first one and then the last one are the best.
Well, I've definitely decided to recollect the first wave.
Yeah.
You know, I've already got most of them ordered on Bricklink. I found them on Bricklink, so I'm
Nice.
Pretty excited.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had a couple of them when I was younger. Some of the little small ones of them. I think my grandma got me the mobile Outpost for Christmas one year, and I lost the instruction books. I don't know how. Somebody threw them away. Something happened to them. I remember having to try and piece it together off like a catalog for a long time. I think I finally got a hold of the book again at some point, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, so I remember getting one for Christmas, so that was a good time. And then eventually I think I got them, well, I know I got them all on eBay. So I think I bought them all from one person. They had thrown all of them in one box, kind of a thing, kind of like Dino Island. And they had just one bid, and I was like, okay. And I opened it up, and they got all the sets inside the one big box. I was like, okay, this works for me.
That's cool.
The only sad thing is some of the stickers are missing. So like the flag stickers.
The one that I have, let's see, I ordered two of them. Two of them are supposed to come tomorrow. They say that there was from an adult collector, and all the stickers are intact. Now
Nice.
these two little sleds that I've got,
Yeah,
they've got some crooked stickers, so I'm gonna have to find some new stickers or create some.
Melt them off and re-glue them. Something. Yeah, I don't know. Doctoring or redoctoring stickers is something that doesn't work ever really that well.
Oh, I'll just print some new ones.
You could just print them. Yeah. You have that capability coming up here, which would be cool to see what else we can run through that.
Oh man, there's gonna be all kinds of crazy.
I'm excited, stuff. Man. I'm excited for all of that.
Yeah, man. So you want to run down through these sets?
Yeah. Let's take a look at the sets.
You already mentioned the mobile Outpost.
Yeah, that was the mid-size, larger one.
Yeah.
And then
$29.99 when it released.
Woo! This guy right here. We'll pull it up for. So that was the mobile Outpost, $29.99, $30. Think about that, people. It's a good time. And they still are doing the alt builds back here.
Yep.
You kind of see what, dude. And this is one of my favorites out of the theme. Obviously, the main base is awesome, but this one was cool because I just love the mobile Outpost idea, and that's what I love about the other Lego sub themes they've done. Volcano Explorers, Jungle. They've had these mobile outposts that you set up on the field and have the lab inside, and that's always been appealing to me.
Yeah, I've always liked those as well.
They're fun.
Yeah, I agree.
So what else we got here?
So that one, I don't know when that tank tread came out.
Johnny Thunder Dino Island had one.
When was that? Was that in '99? No.
Good question. I think it was before Arctic, because Arctic was 2000. But I'm not 100% sure, and I don't know that I have. Yeah, I don't have that information on me right now. But I do know they were on Johnny Thunder, so I don't know if it was.
I remember them being in Dino Island, but that was a great addition to this theme.
Absolutely.
having the couple vehicles with the rubber tank tread on them. I love that piece.
Yeah, the tread was a cool one. I remember when it came out, and
Yeah.
me and my brother were trying to make tanks instantly.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't?
Right. So that was pretty great.
Yeah. So beyond that, there was a little set that actually was never released. 6570 Snowmobile, which is basically like the
Was it
here? It was basically like the Polar. It was like the Polar Scout, but it was smaller. Instead of 6 wide, it was 4 wide, and it was never released.
Huh? I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird. Because they did like a tiny little snowmobile twice, I think.
Yep. That was the little bitty. The snow scooter was one, and it had the print on it, and then they had another one that released without the print on it, like with no decal on the orange. It was just orange.
Okay. Huh. Is that a base for that snow speeder? The structure on it, was that in M-Tron? Did they use that on M-Tron sets?
Yeah. That was the old front of the space scooter piece.
Yeah, that's right.
It's in like all of like the Blacktron, M-Tron era.
Yeah.
I remember having those and being like, this piece is completely useless unless you use it for this purpose.
Yeah. Well, they made a snowmobile out of it.
Yeah, man.
So that might be.
It works for the snowmobile. I mean, and now you could take that part and add side pieces that would really kind of smooth it out.
Sure. Yeah, with some of the more
newer modern parts. Yeah, I mean, if you can get them in the same orange, which I would think you probably could, some of them.
Yeah, I think so. Stop motion
at this day, anyway. At this point.
Yeah. Stop Motion Brick says hi. Hello, sir. Good to have you. Yeah, so that's that little snow speeder or snowmobile, snow speeder. And you know what? That might be the last use of that part.
I would say that that's probably a pretty good suggestion. I don't remember seeing it after that.
Yeah, I don't know that it shows up anymore after that one. So there's another part that shows up kind of for a last time on this theme as well, which we can get to later. But yeah, why don't we talk about the rest of the kits? So we got the base. I don't have all of them listed out here, but I know there are about 8
the Polar Base 6575.
Yeah.
Came on 2 16 by 16 white base plates.
Yeah, I love the base plates.
Yes.
And that opened up, and they had a lot of cool stuff inside.
Dude, the Polar Base was awesome.
The Polar Base was everything you'd want for a Polar Base. Like
except maybe bigger.
Yeah, but I mean, for the time, it's pretty much as big as any other large Lego set, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. It was great. I think it was one of the last uses for that big dome, the big glass dome like piece.
Oh, sure.
Because that was featured in all the AquaZone.
Yeah. Featured in Johnny Thunder and Fright Night, says solid colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's a dark blue dome in the
it's the dark blue
AquaZone. Or sorry, AquaZone, Arctic. Yeah. So so we see some final hurrahs for some parts in this theme.
Yeah, and the one cool thing is I don't know if you realize this or not, but you can take that mobile outpost, open it all the way up, and put one end of the Polar Base on one side and one on the other side, and it looks like there's like two bases with the hallway running, like it would be like a planetary setup. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Gnarly.
So you can kind of set up a larger extended base if you have the mobile.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to find multiple copies of these and like put them together in a big setup.
You know what would be fun is a UCS Arctic build of some sort.
I agree.
It's
But I mean, at that point, do you really do it Arctic or do you go Ice Planet?
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, yeah, because I did kind of a UCS Mtron base, and it's just more fun to do it in space.
I like the snow. I like the white and the ice. All that
Yeah,
stuff is great.
yeah, snow's really cool. Is that the first time we see white base plates too?
I think so, man. In a set,
Yeah, yeah.
especially the white 16 by 16.
Is it the only time?
I feel like that's a rare. That's a rare base plate, and it's the original base plate, not the one that's like a plate.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, you order a base plate on Bricklink, and you get a whole bag of plates.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't.
I don't think they realize the difference.
Or, I guess they do still make a couple. They make the large squares still.
Yeah, but I heard that they were phasing those out.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of the way they're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up a couple more of them.
Yeah, well, right now they have the white squares too, so you
I
grab
know.
those.
I just bought 2 of those.
Well, everyone's getting them for their Arctic or their Winter Village sets.
Yeah, that was smart for them to release those in white for that.
Oh man, I mean, it's one of the coolest things they've done. Yeah,
They probably sold the hell out of those white base plates.
for sure. I mean, I haven't actually. I don't know that I've gotten any myself, but I've been in the back of my head meaning to. You know, it's one of those things. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's funny. I was at I had run over to a nearby town, and I say nearby town, 45 minutes away.
sure.
To their Walmart. And they had all of the base plates. They had base plates in there, and they were like marked down like $3 or $4 on each one.
Huh.
So like the gray base plates were
Yeah.
they were like $11.99, and like
Okay.
smaller base plates were like $5.99 or something like that.
Sure.
So
Get
I
a
was
hold
just
of
like,
couple
yeah, I'll
plates.
just take 3 of those. I'll take 4 of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
The white ones ended up in there.
Yeah, you got to get the white ones. We got a question from Retro Brick, Retro Bricks. Are the Arctic sets pretty pricey these days? I feel like I never see them posted anywhere.
No,
They're not bad.
they're not too bad. And there's
Yeah.
actually surprisingly enough, there's quite a few people that have them for sale.
Yeah, I've noticed that about certain themes. Ones that are kind of obscure aren't that expensive sometimes.
Yeah, no, I just got the Arctic Expedition,
Yeah.
which was the tank tread with the big snow plow on front.
Oh,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
big awesome dark
The
blue
arm.
rim,
Yeah. Yeah.
lens on there. And that thing I bought it for $16
That's not much more than retail when it
with
came
the
out.
instructions.
Yeah.
And for what it said, mint condition. You know, like adult
Yeah.
collector. You know, minor
That's
playware.
Yeah, that's as much as anyone would expect to pay for it. Probably.
Yeah,
for
I mean, like,
yeah.
I feel like I can buy this entire sub theme probably 2 or 3 times with $200.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, the base is the tricky one because the base will run you probably $90, maybe still.
yeah, I think
Depends.
the one I ordered, I paid like $75 for it.
Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, I noticed that with Life on Mars. The first time they went to Mars with Lego with the little funky alien guys, I picked up a ton of Life on Mars for very little money because it's just an obscure theme. People don't think about it, you know, kind of like Arctic. But yeah, so that's something to think about.
Yeah, Retro Bricks, you're always gonna overpay for castle sets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't even worry about that.
That's the way it is. Like it's the real popular ones, they just get hyped up in the prices real bad, and especially if there's nothing current from Lego that's castle themed or pirate themed or whatever it is you're looking for, they're always going to be more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, one that really comes to mind is the Knights Challenge. I bought the Knights Challenge like maybe 2 years ago, and it was mint condition with the box. Yeah. Every piece looked like I had just put it on together for the first time. Like they're all shiny and nice.
That's awesome.
I paid $145 for that set, and it came out and it was $20.
Well, and let's be honest, that's probably a lot cheaper than you pay today. It's just been
Probably.
going up because you paid that a couple years ago.
I paid $145 for it, and I feel like I stole it.
Yeah,
Because it's such a rare old set, and it was in such good condition.
It's a beautiful set. I've seen it at conventions and bags and stuff for around that, maybe a little less, maybe 110. But you know, it's like no box, kind of beat up, little.
No, I got the box.
No instructions.
I got the box with it. It even had the inner box, the inner yellow box that you slid out that had the bags in it.
I can't believe you got the box for that one. That's great.
Yeah. I know.
Retro Brick says worth it still for buying expensive castle themes. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I don't think I ever really have any buyer's remorse when I spend too much on a Lego castle theme or set.
No, I don't. Some of the other things I question a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of bounce it around in my head for a couple days, think about it.
Mm-hmm. Castle? Nah.
Castle, no.
All right, so jumping back to the kits. They did this funky one. I don't know if I showed this one yet, but I can't remember if they sold this one separately ever.
Yeah, I think they did.
So that's kind of wild. But
it was just called Polar Explorer.
Okay, so it's just a little fun set. Actually, I mean, it comes with the orb and the guy and the flag, so it's a good set.
Oh yeah, it's a cool little set.
But they also combined it with this one, and they did that, and then I think they re-released the.
That's the Polar Scout. I've got 2 of those sitting right here.
Nice. You know what I love about? Ooh, I like that. You got the ice in the background. That looks great. You know what I love about that?
I just set it up so that I could show them here.
Yeah.
Keep that up for a second. This one's missing its hood sticker.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
I think I've got a couple missing their hood stickers. Fun. Do you remember what the retail on that was originally?
What, the little one?
The Scout one you just pulled up.
The Polar Scout was like $5.99 or something like that.
That's insane.
$6.99.
Think about that. You get the snowmobile, the trailer. I think it comes with one of those asteroids and a polar bear.
I know.
for like $9.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And you know what's surprising? I bought those 2 right there for $15 each.
I mean, that's still not bad.
No.
But, you know, it's still hiked up from back when they were originally. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would assume that I would have gone with Retro Bricks and said, yeah, you'd think these things would be going for more. You got translucent scorpions and polar bear molds in all of them, but
yeah,
people still be selling them for pretty cheap. Go before people watch this and jump on the eBay. Go get them. Get them now.
Get them now. I'm gonna buy all of them.
I was just gonna say either you get them or I'm gonna go over there and look for them again.
Right. So
yeah, polar base, fantastic. I mean, okay, so. Going back to parts being used for the last time, and actually our buddy R.R. Slugger, who was the guy that gave us all that great intel on Rock Raiders for a couple videos ago, he's the one that brought this to my attention, that one that you were just talking about, and I can't remember the name of the set, but it had the plow and the arm. That's one of the last... Arctic Expedition is one of the last uses of that Aquazone arm joint setup.
Oh yeah.
So they don't really use it after this at all. And I think those originated back in like the 70s for those really like nightmare fuel buildable minifigs. Have you seen those things?
Oh God, yes.
With
that's
the like
we all try to forget.
Family living room, and it's just got these like octopus arm people.
No way.
Oh my goodness! Go check them out, guys.
Those arms worked good though. You know.
No, they work fantastically well.
It was one of the it was one of the arms that you could there was enough variety of pieces to them where you could get them to go any direction. And the one thing I noticed about them is that they never really got loose.
Sure. Yeah.
They always seem to stay good and tight.
I don't have too many that got loose. They're a little weird. I got some that broke. A couple of mine did break, but it could have been just because we were kids and we were mashing them together wrong or something. But because the parts do use a lot of stress to keep them together, they seem pretty stressed when they're pushed in all the way.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they might have had a little issue there, but other than that, yeah, I mean they seem to stay pretty solid every time I've got a ton of the AquaZone arms, and if these things are from years ago,
dude.
and they're all still.
I went on a Aquanauts bender. Like I was like, that comes from that set. Let me get 50 of those. So like the yellow arms, the yellow and black and the blue that was used in the Aquanaut. I've got a bag of them over here.
Nice. That's awesome. No, I love those parts, man. Did they not use them in divers at all? Was divers before Arctic? Yeah, I think it was. So even if they did use them in divers, it doesn't matter because Arctic
divers was before Arctic. Yes.
Yeah, and I think they did have some of those on divers.
Yeah, and then AquaZone was definitely before.
Yeah. So I wish I had a picture of what we're talking about, but I think people know. It's the AquaZone AquaShark arm pieces.
Yep.
Yeah. Last use of those might have been the last use of that little tile that clips onto the radio too, and it's a white panel with blue and yellow buttons on it, blue, red, and yellow buttons. Used in like almost every set up until that point.
Oh yeah, that was the computer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
For everything, like that. You drove a spaceship with that thing. You drove the airplanes with it. They had them in the boats.
I think like almost every M-Tron set has like 10 on it.
And then they started making the inverted slope one where he was looking up at it.
I love that. I love that.
Super cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have a favorite set? Is it the Arctic base?
I mean, I like the Arctic base, but to be honest, mine is my favorite is the Arctic Expedition.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The snowplow with the big blue lens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that big blue lens on vehicles, man. I always have.
Is it the only set, Arctic set that has that windshield on it like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. Okay.
But it came, that piece. There was a couple runs of vehicles that had the dark blue. There was in the town sets.
I was gonna say the space ones. The town space, like their NASA ones, had like a vehicle with that on it. Yeah,
there was like one. It was like uplink satellite, and it was like that same build right there, but it was a truck with wheels. And it had a little dish on the back of it.
Yeah,
you could swivel around.
I remember that set. Yeah,
same concept. And then back even further, we're talking like 92, 93, somewhere on in there. In town, there was a trauma team. It was called the trauma team, and they were all yellow vehicles, pretty sleek for a Lego standard at the time.
Yeah,
with the dark blue lenses, and they looked awesome. And then they carried the yellow with the dark blue into AquaZone.
Weren't those ones were 4x though? I think, and the Arctic 6, right?
Yeah, the Arctic one is 6.
Is it 6 or 8?
No, it's 6.
Okay.
It's 6 wide, and those were 4 on the trauma team, yes.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Dude, and also the prints on the AquaShark ones are so cool.
They are.
Those are some clean prints. I really like that. Let's see. James 5 Westman says, I am just getting into Classic Castle after collecting most of the classic pirate sets. Which castle sets do you recommend I start with? So first of all, I want to address that they're asking questions about Castle on our Arctic live stream just because we're known as the Castle guys, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Boom, we got them. And then second of all, what do you think, Andrew? What do you think? What would it be a first or second good castle to start looking at?
Anything before like 93, I would start with those first.
Yeah.
The Forestmen, the Wolf Pack, the Black Knights, the Crusaders, Kings Mountain Fortress, Dungeon Masters, River Fortress, all these different, those were like the years.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want the best building experience for Castle that LEGO's ever provided, buy the Dungeon Master's Castle.
Yep.
And then if you have the funds, King's or Royal Knight's Castle.
Yep.
Which we kind of talked about last time.
2 best castles ever.
Yeah, and then that's what I would say. If you want to go big and you're you're starting off big and you want to buy a castle or 2 castles, those are the 2. And then branch out from there and maybe focus on a theme that you like the most and buy everything in that theme. But if you want a really fun start to castle to get you even more hooked than you already will be, those 2 castles are where it's at.
Yeah, love those 2 castles.
Yeah, we got people saying Black Knights in the chat, and someone said can't go wrong with Crusaders or Black Knights as sets. Retro Brick says, and thought there was one more in there, but yeah, nice hat.
The let's see, the 1992 catalog, the mini catalog that came in the Lego kits.
Yeah.
Had the Black Knight with the yellow plumes stopping the train.
Yes. I have that. I don't have it down here. I have it upstairs, but I have that booklet.
You know the booklet I'm talking about.
Yeah. I love that one.
Yeah, that's 1992 because that was the year that castle came out.
Oh, kind of like what they did when the pirate ship showed up. And they had sailing in and the 3 major themes watching it come into dock.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so anyway, that for castle, that's a little tangent into castle on what you want to get into there.
That always happens.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we like the castle stuff the best on this. We play favorites hard on this channel.
We do.
Castle all day long. James 5 Westman says thank you. Yeah, guys. Yeah, no worries. Let's see. We got someone saying I have the collection to sell. Well, I mean, you know what? Message one of us in the DMs after the live, and we'll see what you got. So we're always looking to pick up stuff. So, Retro Bricks. Oh, dude, there he is, Arctic guy. Can you show the Arctic minifig? You're doing it. Okay, you just did it instead. It read the comments. There you go.
Yeah, it's got the Arctic symbol on it, but it's kind of hard to see on the phone.
Yeah, well, it's focusing on you. If you pull it back maybe to you, it might focus better. I don't have any. Well, actually, I might have one of the guys in here. I liked the blue glasses guy a little better than the green guy because the green guy had those wild, like buggy eye glass ones.
I know.
He was pretty.
I like this color combo for the guys anyway.
Yeah, I do like that they included multiples though, because that kind of gives you like maybe team 1, team 2 kind of thing.
Yeah,
or like maybe those were
team 1.
That's team 1, and then maybe the greens were either like pilots or engineers or something, where they would be driving the vehicles more. Or, I don't know, or maybe they were scouts. I'm digging into this for no reason. Hey, look. This is the poly bag for that little one. I didn't know that was in here. That's awesome. But yeah, this is the green guy we're talking about here. I'll pull him up. You showed up the black or the black and blue guy. And then look at this guy's glasses. He's just like right there, man. Again, we don't get the focus that well, but he had the green hood on. And then this was that part we were talking about earlier, which mine doesn't have the print on it either.
Yeah.
But there's that part that they use a lot on the.
That really weird part, and then they take that part, and on that little 1x2 upset right there behind the swoop, they put that funky one piece. They put that funky one piece on there that like came over and like hung down, and there was like a stud on it at an angle.
Right here.
Yeah, they would put. You know the one I'm talking about.
I think so. Yeah.
It was like two. It was like the space steering wheel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was fun. That was kind of wild. Some of the designs were pretty interesting for these Arctic ones. Let's see. Yeah. So a fun little thing about, when I was talking about, I think we were talking about doing Arctic last live stream, and I was talking about how like cool it would be to do like a crossover with the aliens and then the Thing and all of that, and if you did it right, it would be kind of awesome.
Yeah,
if you could pull it off, dude. again, our slugger came through on this one, and he gave me a clip of a magazine, official magazine from Lego, that has a little bubble coming off of one of the minifigures saying that the inspiration for the fossil aliens in the asteroids for Lego Arctic came from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, really?
So we were on the right track.
That's cool.
It is cool, and it's a little shocking considering that movie is definitely not a kid's movie.
Right?
That's a
Definitely
pretty
not.
movie.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to take inspiration from.
No, you're right. I mean,
No
Lego's
matter what it is.
You're right. You're right. Lego's pulled inspiration from more R-rated content and made it more friendly. I mean, let's be honest, all of their historical themes are technically R-rated, like pirates and soldiers cutting each other to pieces on boats. Like that's not kid-friendly, but they made it nice and kid-friendly for the themes, and that's what we like to play.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see, what do we got? Checking the comments here again. We got Mustache Brandon says, got an Arctic minifigure recently, and I went to wash. The arms broke when I tried to remove them. Huh. Well, I mean, I would recommend if you can at all not remove the arms, mostly try not to do that.
No, buy the minifig and leave it intact.
Just because.
Don't be the kid ripping arms off and pulling hands out and legs off and all that. God, I want to chokehold those kids who do that.
Yeah, we don't. Well, yeah. I mean, he was probably trying to clean it. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're not directing that malice at you personally.
No, definitely
don't
not.
Be the guy pulling them all.
Definitely not. But good Lord, man, you buy those used tubs and you got like random legs and hips and hands all over the place. None of the minifigs got hands in them.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, no wonder. I'm glad I got a hold of these because you like needed to play with like plastic trucks in the dirt.
Yeah, something like you needed to play with slime.
That kid needed a Nerf gun, not Lego.
Slime and Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. So don't. I mean, if you can at all, obviously, you know, like if you get like we're talking about a used bin and the arms are already pulled off, you need to pop them back in or whatever. Or a Dragon Master has the multicolored arms, I think, on one of them, and you need to fix that up. It's not. I mean, Lego's very sturdy, but you do risk something when you're popping arms off of old Lego minifigures, or really
especially the brown ones, the brown ones, and you know, it also depends on how they were cared for prior.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and
fair.
how many times they were pulled in and out, or twisted around, or back and forth, or you know. Yeah, I don't move my Lego men arms very much, other than to like hold a weapon, you know, or you know, then you know I'll take a photo of it, and then I'll take the weapon out, and then I'll flatten their arms and put them back in their, you know, back in their bag or whatever safe space.
That's definitely now in our lifetime. That's more of a collector mentality where you.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, with those some of those Dark Forestmen being $40 a piece, and then the Forestman girl from the river, the crossing, being $60-$70.
Yeah.
You don't want to be messing with that minifig too much.
Not really. No, I have the Flying Ninja's Fortress from the first release of Ninja Lego Castle stuff. And there's a minifigure in there. He only comes on that set. He's got like a green sash on his head with like a little jewel. I don't even put his helmet on. Yeah. I don't want to rub the print off. Yeah, I don't mess with him because I got it new out of the box.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, we gotta keep those guys together. Yeah, I was gonna talk about something now. I forgot what it was about minifigs and all of that. But yeah, dude, let's talk a little bit about the prototype images. Did you see those that I sent you?
I did.
What do you think of that, man?
Pretty wild. You can tell that they were very, very generic.
They were more generic. They look a little bit more like what you were talking about earlier with the trauma team type stuff with the yellow vehicles and some of the longer like windshields and stuff on them.
Yeah.
It looks like they even were using some more space elements on some of the walls. They're kind of blurry images, so you can't really see them that well. But these images are really cool. What I do appreciate about them, though, they are a little bit more retro, I suppose, or maybe not as many new parts or something on them, is that they were more, the whole theme as a general theme looked like it was quite a bit more extensive with some more structures built up and some towers and radar stations, stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, which makes me wonder, like when they're doing that, running through like their testing, and obviously we do the same kind of thing, but we just lean a little towards castle. But I wonder if they do the same process where they like build multiple things and build like a whole kind of world to look at, and then they're like, yeah, this will work. Let's make this a set. Let's make that a set. Let's make this a set. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of like go through that design process, and then a physical, real, in-person build, and then from there they kind of break up the concept and then separate them and then part them individually to like create a set.
I think you're pretty much directly on point with that. And they may then save some of the maybe less developed ones they had in that original, concept for if it gets popular enough, people buy it, it goes crazy, and they release, another wave of sets next year.
A second wave or third wave.
Right. So they didn't with this. But yeah, no, I think that's a fair assumption. It was cool. I'll probably try and post these images on my story afterwards, so anyone watching or listening can kind of take a look at them, because they are really cool to see. It's cool to see them using yellow and red and white for their building, because they hadn't developed orange yet. And apparently these were like being developed in the 80s, late 80s, 1989, 1987. So they took all the way until 2000 for whoever to greenlight the project completely and let them become actual Lego sets.
Yeah, but obviously Ice Planet came out before then.
That's true. Yeah, well, let's take a minute to think about that, because the first time we really see any ice involved in Lego or snow or Arctic type stuff at all was Ice Planet.
Yeah.
And then we got Arctic. And then we got some weird ones. Technic had something called Arctic like Action, which just did like a couple like snowmobiles and some weird funky like Technic dudes on skis. That was mid-90s.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had Alpha Team did a horrendous release of snow-based sets at the very end of that line, which I'm sort of an Alpha Team for the first wave, but when they went into the whole snow, I don't remember what it was even called, but it was a snow-based theme. It was just very not great.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the Alpha Team at all.
Yeah, I know you don't care for them at all. They have a weird, they're kind of like some of those other weird, neat little niche themes that have their own following, but aren't really.
The Alpha Team was designed for those kids that like your parents didn't want you to have over for the night.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You get what I'm saying? Like those were the kids that like were taking Hot Wheels and like throwing them down the track so hard that they flew off and hit the corner of the room. That theme was made for kids like that, but those kids didn't like Lego.
There you go. See, that's okay. Now you're getting me all tangented off onto something else. That's a word, by the way, tangented. That was what we talked about when the video stuff came out last year, whenever that was.
Yeah.
It's like made for this type of target audience that either doesn't care about Lego or isn't going to take the time to do that with Lego when they're just going to spend it doing video games or other digital content.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same idea, I think, is what you had for that. And there was one other ice-based theme, and I can't remember what it was, but because I didn't write it down because I wasn't actually going to talk about it, but now we are. So I can't remember which one it was, but Lego did address an ice world again, and it wasn't the other two Arctic themes, because, like we said at the beginning of this video, they also re-released or reimagined the Arctic line 2 more times after the original 2000 release, which was really cool. So I actually ended up getting a hold of all of the 2018 release.
Yeah.
So I got one of those darn woolly mammoths, and I got the saber-toothed tigers and all of the cool frozen fossil creatures that they had in that release. So something to look at. It's something to take a look at. I think it's really cool.
What's funny about that is I was actually let's see, I started dating Crystal in 2014.
Okay.
And I think it was in 2014 is when I decided that I was going to start collecting again.
Nice.
We had a date night, and I went to Toys R Us, and the Hobbit hole was there back in.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, if I buy this, it's over. And that's where it started, right?
You're not wrong. Gateway
and,
drug.
you know, I kept hearing about this Bricklink thing, and I hadn't done it yet.
Right.
And I was like looking for parts, and like my thing was I was gonna go look at the Lego section. Every store that carried them, I was gonna go look and see what I could buy. I was buying all kinds of random stuff. But that 2018 release of the Arctic came with the Huskies.
Was it 14?
Maybe it was the 14, but there was a little tiny set that had like 1 or 2 in it.
Okay, yeah.
And then there was a big set that had 4.
Yeah.
But then there was a small set. So I was like, dude, I need to buy like 10 of those right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I totally just discarded the other parts. I could care less about the other parts. I just wanted the Husky. Not realizing that I could go on Bricklink and buy like 50 of them in one shot.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you made a dog team with those kits, but you could have bought them on Bricklink.
Yeah, and then I mean, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Iditarod, the race in Alaska, the Husky race in Alaska.
Dude, I watched that old Disney movie, Iron Will.
Yeah,
that was like my jam for a while.
It's a great movie, man.
It is a good movie.
So like, I wanted to race in the Iditarod. So I've always been like super attracted to like the Huskies.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog person, but my brother's got a big white Husky over at his house.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's close enough.
Fair enough. Yeah. Your brother's got one. It works. Yeah. Lego Creator joined. Hey, man. How you doing? Keep up the good content. You're on fire over there, man.
Yeah, man. You're crazy, Evan.
You crazy, bro. Lego for kids who don't like Lego, but all the Lego kids still like because it's all still Lego. Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's one way to look at it for sure. And then I love the ice themes. Maybe it's because we are Canadian. Yeah, it could be. Well, I love them too. I'm technically right below Canada, but we don't get the kind of ice and snow that you guys do up there. Love the ice themes. Down here in Wisconsin, Wisconsin's got to be loaded with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it works really well for a lot of people. Because people love snow and ice. A lot of people do.
We need a new ice theme, a new space ice theme. We need a new ice planet.
I agree. I mean, we're 2 years off of the last Arctic theme. 2018 was a good time. It was a great theme, I think. Came with a lot of really cool new parts. But we're a nice 2-year spacer from any like snow-related content besides Winter Village, which doesn't count because it's its own thing. Let's make it happen. We need a new ice planet. Ice Planet. What was it? They used to call it Ice Planet 2009. So what do we call it?
It was 2002.
Was it 2002? Okay. Yeah, that's right. So let's call it like Ice Planet 2020.
I've got Ice Planet 3000 coming.
Okay, there you go. I like that. Yeah. Ice Planet 3003.
Right? No, I've actually created some already that have never been shown yet.
Okay. Yeah.
You've seen it.
Oh, yes. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Ice Planet. Yeah. Well, you got to get those up and posted.
Dude, there's a lot of things I got to get up and get posted. I got tubs of builds. Speaking of builds, if you didn't see the burp tree, you got to see this burp, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's so fat down here at the bottom. Like I can't even get my hand all the way around it.
It's so much bigger than it looks in the original photo that you posted. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's
So,
huge. It's huge, man. It's got 4 burps.
I was just gonna say, how many did you say was on that? 4 burps. So
4
people
burps.
who don't like burps can get out of here, because look at that. That's amazing. It's like a Viking.
Yeah.
What did they call those big life tree or something?
Yeah, tree of life.
Yeah, that's sick. We got some comments here. Yes, love the ice space theme. Do you have any tips to organize Lego? Do you have a lot of time?
Do you
Because
have a house you can keep your Lego in?
Those are the first things you need. Then
The only thing in your house needs to be Lego.
Then you can figure out how you want to do it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have actually thought about this, and you know, we moved up here, and we're gonna build a new house. So
Okay.
I'm going to build a extension of the house that is just going to be like my Lego shop.
You have to.
And
You're building a house. And
what
you're
I
a
was,
Lego
you know,
fan?
like I don't know if you guys know what Uline is, the company Uline. It's like it's like an industrial shop type. You can buy foam and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rolling carts and all kinds of things. You can buy all
Sure.
kinds of weird stuff. So anyways, I'm going to build like this giant table that's like chair height so you can be comfortable. And then I'm going to have colors laid out on these carts. And these carts are like 24 by like 36 on the top. And they're like level here. I can kind of show you this one. Maybe it'll show up in my screen. You see where this cart is right here?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's a cart and I just roll it in. So my thought is get like 10 or 15 of these carts in this shop area and just keep one color on that cart.
Yeah. And just
Like
roll
during
it
like
around.
for building. Like this is organization for building, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so like I could have a cart with just brown and then dark brown and then light bluish gray, dark bluish gray. And then I just wheel the cart into where I'm building, wheel my chair up, and I'm super comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like organizing like for storage, I just put all the individual parts in plastic bags and stack them in. I mean,
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, if you're not going industrial sorting, buying those craft boxes with the separators for like smaller parts, and then buying 1 or 2 of those.
yeah,
Like,
I do.
little drawers, little plastic drawers. Yeah, exactly. Those things behind you. That's really the way to go.
I do these for little parts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think if I have something down here I could show. But I have a bunch of it's like the Sterilite drawers, like the whole works. You could stack them all up, and I've got a modular system with drawers and things in it, and then smaller bricks go in those. Or there's those like workshop garage like 40 drawer little like for bits like bolts and nuts and things like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people use those. I've seen people with whole walls of those, and they sort out every tiny piece into each one of those things, and that seems to be fairly effective for some people. So,
I mean, that's cool, but like that doesn't work, you know, that doesn't work for me.
sure.
Because then you end up with like blue, red, orange, black, you know, all that, and you've got them lined up. If you organize them by part and by color in those little drawers, then you've got, you know, like your light bluish gray is scattered all over the damn place.
I see.
They're not together.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I
And
see
then,
what you're saying.
you know, when I'm buying parts and storing parts, like these aren't just sets. These are like bulk orders on Bricklink where I'm
Right.
like buying like 150 like
Sure.
1x16, you know, light bluish gray bricks. You know what I'm saying? Those don't fit in those drawers. So that doesn't work for me. I don't want anything to do with those little wall cabinets.
Okay, that's funny because I have like all my minifig accessories and everything stuck in those.
Well, that would be beneficial.
Well, yeah, that's what I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, kind of what you have for yours with the little separators in the bins.
Yeah.
You can go that way, which works pretty well, or you can go and get 2 or 3 of those little drawer walls, and you can put all your things in there. But yeah, you're right. Space is an issue, and if you're like a huge minifig fan with tons of like accessories, that doesn't work that well either because those drawers fill up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of everybody has their own way, and I've heard a lot of different things about different ways to sort and store. I've heard different ways to sort in colors versus parts. Depends on your building style. Like you want your parts all of the same color together so you can get creative and build.
Yeah.
Whereas like someone else, very interested in having just parts all separated. Doesn't even matter necessarily if their colors are separated, just as long as their parts are separated. So yeah, it just depends on what works for you, and you have to kind of figure it out, because I've done both, and I kind of have both going at the same time. So I've got some in color and some in part. One interesting thing is I've heard to sort, if you want to sort more than one color together, is to sort like yellow and black in the same bin, because yellow and black stand off against each other, and you can find the parts easier.
It's true.
It's weird, but I've heard that it works. I haven't tried it, but
Yeah, I mean, the idea is good, but I couldn't. I mean, I'm too OCD for that. I couldn't handle it.
I get it. Yeah, that's fair. That could be a
like the pieces, the parts that I don't use very much of, like yellow, right? Like I don't use yellow for a whole lot. I just put all of them all in one tub, you know, and they're all the parts are all mixed in. It's just all yellow.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like the colors that I would use, because I'm a castle guy, dark bluish gray, browns, greens, grays, you know, black, those are all organized by part, by color. Like, so I can pull out a black tub, a giant tub, right? And then inside that tub is probably anywhere from 50 to 80 different bags with the individual parts sorted in that. So that when I get it, I've got all of them, all of that part in my collection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. Definitely. Yeah.
Because then right away, I know if I need 20 of this and I don't have 20, I know exactly what I need to order on Bricklink right away.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, that definitely seems to work pretty well for you.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. Like, you know, did you get the Hogsmeade set?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the little brown hinge piece?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just bought 109 of both pieces, like the base piece and then the top piece.
Those scare me, man. Red brown hinge pieces like that.
Why?
Because I don't like red brown. Although, you know, someone was telling me they fixed the whole formula for that, and it seems to be working fine now. So maybe it is.
Yeah, the reddish brown?
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. What are you talking about?
It looks amazing. That scares me every time. Anything with that amount of pressure in red brown clipping into the joint, it just scares me.
Oh, I agree. They're not clipped. They're not
clipped.
Right. They're individuals. Now, I did clip some together.
No, I mean, they work fine. They wouldn't be selling them if they didn't
I've still got, you know, I'm using them for this in there just because I like the color. I like having the brown in there.
Yeah. Nice. Got a tower going there.
Yeah, I'm doing conceptual art right now.
Sure.
For my big castle.
Testing out different stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, just within like, you know, like I told Crystal like 2 hours ago that I decided I was going to go with dark tan on my new castle build, my big one that I'm going to videotape.
For the walls or?
No, for the roof.
Oh, interesting.
And I just decided that I was going to go with black.
Okay.
Like
so
just before we got on this, I was like, I'll do black.
You switched back to black. Black is closer to maybe, I mean, you don't have to go realistic on anything. It's building with Lego, do whatever you want. But I think is black a little more realistic for the slate they used to use back then?
Yeah.
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 So that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. We had True North Bricks say something about, the endless debate, sorting by color versus sorting by type or hybrid. And I think it really comes down to hybrid, at least for me. Because I've got we got stuff sorted in type. We've got stuff sorted in color. We've got stuff that's not sorted in the not sorted section of the sorted stuff.
Oh, God. We've got tubs of unsorted Lego.
So, yeah.
Every time I look at them, I just, like, walk right past them. I'm like, dude, I don't even want to touch that right now.
Yeah. Lady Brick says you still have tubs and tubs to sort by color. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm right there, guys. Like, we're in the same damn boat.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like the brick red, I have lots of issues with the color of parts. Oh, dark red had some fracturing issues, like the red brown. People were saying in comments on some of the stuff that I had been involved in a few weeks ago. I made a comment about red brown, and they said that they had fixed it recently over the last couple of years. And to be fair, none of my new reddish brown parts have been breaking on me when I get them. So,
well, those hinges that I just bought, those are all brand new.
yeah.
And I mean, to be honest with you, they could have came straight out of like 50 Hogwarts or 50 Hogsmeade sets.
Sure. Yeah.
But you never know on Bricklink. You never know who's selling or what they've got or where they came from.
That's true. That's true.
But with them being new, I can at least match that same style.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
Because this castle that I'm going to build, like I said, I'm going to document it, and put YouTube videos up as the progress moves forward. But I'm going to do full interior on it as well.
Oh, and I was going to say that. Did you?
It's going to be modular.
That? You did mention that last video, because I was thinking that, like, dude, you got to go interior on these things, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going all the way, you got to go all the way.
Yeah.
I agree with that for sure. That's awesome, dude.
It's one thing to build the outside, but the inside's cool too, man.
Well, here's the thing, and no shade on any of the builders who do those crazy, like, insane building techniques to make these wild exteriors. That's cool, and it looks great. But almost like 90% of the time, they spin those builds around or pop the tops off of them, and it's just like a network of connectors, and there's no interior whatsoever. And it's not, again, no shade on the builders, but like when I'm looking at that, I don't get to see what that inside of that building could look like. For me, that's part of like what Lego is. And so
it's part of the imagination. The best thing about the Lego set, any Lego set, is turning it around and seeing what's inside.
What's the back look like? Find the back of the box. What's the interior look like? So
no, I agree. And I think I'm gonna do it in a modular form. Where like I just I'll take like a tower. I'm like going through design concepts now of like tower size and shape and whatnot. And I'm doing that all in Photoshop. But then I'm going to be building multiple concepts in various colors. But I think I'm going to do it modular. So like one tower will be like the one piece that I just pop into place.
I see.
But then if you take it off, you can like open one wall, and then you can see all the floors.
Nice. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like a full 360 castle all the way around. So you got the beautiful landscape to go with it.
Sure.
But then the inside could be all modular. So all the individual buildings will like pop off, and you can like open it up and like look inside. And
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's my idea of doing a large scale castle with full interior. And you're not going to have the stupid network of like the yellow and the white bricks holding everything together. I mean, that it takes a little bit more ingenuity to build a large scale castle with full interior.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's just the style that people decide to go with or not. I appreciate the dedication though to an interior, and it looks like we have Retro Brick saying interior for the full interior for the win. The inside is where the soul is at. And then jumping back to sorting, one last comment, who doesn't have the dreaded unsorted tubs from True North Brick? It's true. I don't know that anyone doesn't have those.
I think I've got like 4 55-gallon tubs filled.
Dude, it's not right. I'm the same, dude.
And
it's at least that much.
They're extremely heavy.
No, they're so heavy. More
ridiculous.
So than you think. Yeah. It's unreal, dude. It's unreal. Going back to the minifigs popping the arms off. There was a this is what I was gonna say. I just remembered. Battle droids. The battle droids. Oh yeah, you don't like Star Wars, I forgot. Anyway, the battle droids, the clips on their legs. This was from like an official Lego archive, some video I watched about them. They have all of those people who have those sets store them all unclipped, arms and legs. They store all those guys unclipped. They just dismantle them because, and that's from official Lego. So Lego has its limits.
Yeah, I mean, and those things. Let's be honest, those things are weak too.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. I'm
you,
not
you
gonna.
put them together and keep them together for any length of time, and they get super loose, and then they're completely useless.
Yeah, they get loose or the little clip pops up. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and defend the Lego Battle Droid. Those things were not the greatest designs of all time. They look cool for the replica of the movie, making it look like what they did in the movie. But I have a bunch of broken ones on hands and little like the center clips on them. So broke a ton of those droid legs as a kid. Not gonna lie, yeah. I mean that's just the way it is. So yeah, that was not one of their better designs. I think they've reinforced it with better plastic or something.
I mean, they look good. They look good, and the way
They do look good.
the way that they would fold down into like the little pods,
just like the movie. Yeah,
I can't remember what set that was in. It was like the big brown droid dropper.
yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about?
I always wanted that one, and I'll give them credit on the re-release of that one. It came with like almost 30 droids. The thing was loaded with droids. It had them all stacked in there, and then it had like commanders running around. It had like 2 of them on speeders. Like, I wish I had gotten that set.
I have the first one.
Oh, like the original 1999 like tank or 2000 tank.
Yeah, the one, the brown one. And
Yeah,
that was the one with the 2x2 base with the single point on top, angled 1x3. You know, it was like 3 high.
yeah.
It had the big slope. It was used the slopes all the way around the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one I got.
Retro Brick says the MTT. That's what they called it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah. Thanks. That thing.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The
I got the
brown one
second
with
one.
the droids in it, man.
The one with the droids. Let's see, Retro Bricks. I got the second one, but the OG one was always the Grail for me. So it's so basic. Yeah. There's a charm to some of those use of parts on some of those first Star Wars sets because they were really digging deep for those.
I just like that one because of all the brown slopes that it came with.
Dude, for terrain builders,
those are rare, man. Those the 3 high.
Yeah,
the 3 high are very difficult to come
in brown, especially.
In the brown, yes,
that's a hard one to find for sure.
The 2x2x2 slope, right, is not so difficult to get a hold of, but the 3s are very tough.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Oh man, well, here we are talking about Lego Star Wars at the end of our Arctic live stream here. We gotta roll it around, pull it back here. Here's a little bit of information that I found online about Lego Arctic that is kind of sad. In the 2018 release, the designer of the theme originally wanted it as a Johnny Thunder reboot and have them all going back to the Arctic to dig up ancient fossils. And they instead made it a sub-theme of Lego City. Because we can't make nothing in Lego that's not a sub-theme of Lego City now. So that's kind of, like, I read that, I was like, what? Who on earth sat there at a table and was like, nah, we're not going to do another Johnny Thunder line. Throw that out the window. Let's make more Lego City. Like,
well,
do they care about us at all?
I mean, granted, what, the third, like,
fourth?
The third, it was the third Johnny Thunder release, like the Tibet, like, type.
Oh, Dino Island was the third one. The Tibet was the fourth one. Dude, you be careful, man. Some people love that theme.
No,
Tibet.
I know, but one of them, didn't one of them come with, like, a snow monster, and there was, like...
Oh. I thought you were going to trash it.
No, I had them.
Okay.
I didn't like the Dino Island, but that was the Orient Expedition.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. They went to Tibet, and there was at least 2 sets that have, like, a Tibetan temple, and then the Abominable Snowman is in a smaller one.
Yeah.
I really want that. I don't have that.
They did that, right? So maybe that's why they steered away from it. Plus, if it was Johnny Thunder, he probably wouldn't have gotten all the cool, like, space type oriented parts.
Well,
like on the polar base, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree there. This was for the 2018 release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. This happened recently? Someone was bringing this up?
That's weird.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying for the older theme. I think it was done the right way the first time.
Yeah.
Coming on the heels of Johnny Thunder, and I think it might have even been with Johnny Thunder in the catalog for a while as it phased into Tibet and all of that. So that makes sense. But no, this was like a couple years ago. The designer was like, let's make a Johnny Thunder theme. And they're like, nah, make it city. It was like, not cool, man. Not cool. Yeah, Orient Expedition was...
Thumpers.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The City Thumper.
Dude. Here's the thing. They could have done Johnny Thunder for the jungle, Lego City Jungle Exploration. They could have done Johnny Thunder for the Volcano Explorers, Lego City.
Yep.
They could have done it for all of the Arctic stuff coming after the main release in 2000. And they could have done it for the most recent one, the African Safari one. All of those could have been Johnny Thunder Lego sets. They could have kept him alive as his own theme. Instead, they threw it all under the City license for no reason. Except for City sells like crazy.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say for that. I'm just as baffled as you are that all of those things could have been.
Well, and they could, because and they're good. They're cool themes. They're cool sub-themes. But they
I like that.
Cooler.
I like that. The most recent jungle one that came out with all the leopard and like all the jungle cats and all
the
that.
crashed plane and the jungle.
The crashed plane, all that. All that could have been Johnny Thunder, 100%.
They even added like temples and like weird traps.
I know.
It was like a knockoff Johnny Thunder theme. I'm just like, why?
It was a reboot of the Jungle Expedition and Modern City.
Yes. Why? And that's what I'm saying about this Arctic one. They had actually considered it for Arctic, and they still decided to go with City. Because I have like all of those sub themes of City because they're my favorite ones.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, here. This is just kind of a rant tangent type thing, but it does have to do with Arctic because that was where I found that out about the most recent Arctic wave. Let's see. Now we got people. You see, you mentioned Johnny Thunder. The comments blow up.
I know. It is what it is. Everybody likes Johnny Thunder.
That would have been cool. Bring back Johnny Thunder. Love the Adventures theme. The Egypt Johnny Thunder theme was easily one of my favorite themes of all time. Same here.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, go back. You can watch our live stream on that one. We had a lot of fun talking about that stuff.
Yeah, that was
let's see.
Ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Orient Expedition was the theme I missed out on, but I wish I had it. We got someone saying hi in the chat. Hello. Is someone basic? That's a great name. I want the Johnny Thunder in Legoland, California. Oh, I went to the Johnny Thunder. Wait, yeah. Legoland, California. Is that the same show that you went to? Because they had a Johnny Thunder show, right?
Yeah, no, they have a Johnny Thunder like laser gun ride that you like shoot the barrel with this laser gun, and like Baron von Baron's in there and there's skeletons and it's all under black light. I got photos of it somewhere in my Legoland archives, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's fun. That's awesome.
And it's in like the desert, so like outside is like all like Egypt type.
Oh,
like
cool.
Market shops, and like...
Yeah, I like that.
They got the obelisks outside and...
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Dude, do I need to send you a bunch of Legoland photos?
Yeah, probably. Should just do a second Instagram. Brick Monarch Legoland Adventures.
We got hundreds of pictures from Legoland.
This one says that Johnny Thunder went to the Ewok Village. Real life size Lego. So it sounds like they did a different show in that Legoland, California. That's hilarious. And then I like those new sets. Kind of fit in with the real world research themes that might get kids excited about biology and research. Yeah, but so here, I agree, and that's awesome. And that's why I love the space stuff that they're doing now with City. But as a kid, I got excited about geology and archaeology and all of these other things from the Johnny Thunder line. and you can still promote that stuff for kids with that flair of adventure and
Yeah.
creativity as well, without making it so real world. Put it in city. It's like, I don't know. I agree with that point completely, but I see the value in doing both ways.
Yeah, I agree. Um, because we are skipping next week because of Christmas is on Saturday.
Yeah,
we're gonna skip next week. We got to mention these new city space sets.
dude.
We
Yeah, I
got to talk
forgot
about
those
that for
showed
just a
up.
minute. Like, we need to dedicate 5 minutes to that real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Holy
Have
crap!
you seen all of them yet, or just the two big ones?
I think it's just the two big ones.
Okay.
I'm pulling them up now. I'm looking for them.
Okay, yeah. So jumping back, let's pedal back just a little bit. So Lego's still on the sub theme in Lego City, and right now their big sub theme, besides the African safari, it's not a safari, it's the animal rescue. And then they have space, and it's more real world space with kind of a near future take, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of the Mars, Elon Musk mission sort of idea, like, hey, maybe we'll get there at some point. And dude, these new sets that are releasing next year, oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah, I think they actually release in January.
do they?
Oh man. There's actually new ones out, Jason.
You see the new ones? Yeah, see, I saw those
Holy
recently.
crap.
So there's at least 4, right?
Yeah, there's 4. The Moon Rover, the Lunar Space Station, Lunar Research Base, and Rocket Launch Center. And I'm telling you, obviously, you told me about the Expanse, the show The Expanse.
Yeah.
Which we're watching that last season right now.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
But with them being on Mars, I love the name of the Lunar. Everything's lunar on these sets.
Mm-hmm.
These look so great. Like, if you really break down the research base, like, you need like 7 of that.
Dude.
And then you connect them all together and make this weird like
Yeah.
little dome and tunnel.
No, I totally
composition.
agree. I saw someone who did that with the
space with the orange, where it was all orange stuff, right?
Yeah, they had orange, but they did like with the white. They had a space station too, but it was a little different. But they took all the modules from the space station and did a Mars base with like every Lego space set and like multiples, and it looked amazing. This is even better. You can do that even better with this set. Yeah,
these look phenomenal. I can't wait to get these. I'm getting all of them.
No, I love the moon base. I would like to see them go to Mars at some point, maybe if they keep this going and do it next year, or the end of next year's wave could be Mars stuff. But the moon base could be a Mars base. I mean, if you really want it, you can use it for whatever you want. What I like about it is it definitely has like a more old school like space feel with those domes, and like we don't have, as far as we know, a base on the moon. So it's a little more sci-fi stuff going on there.
Yeah,
figures.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I love the moon base. I think it's the best out of the 4 for sure. I really do like. It's kind of like a Cape Canaveral set with a little observatory and the little like rocket that's on Earth.
Yeah.
I like that set a lot too. And since I have the other 2 rocket launch sets from the wave last year, I'll probably try and get a hold of that one too, just to go with
it's cool
Earth-based stuff. But the rover and the space station and the moon base are solid as they come, dude.
Yeah. No, that research base, that lunar research base is awesome. And the fact that I think that piece is new.
It is.
That dome piece.
I'm almost 100% sure.
Split into 4. I mean, they're taking it to a whole nother level now.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a little mini garden inside of it.
Mm-hmm. It's like a terraform almost. Like
I mean, that was one of the first things I noticed, and I was like, dang, man.
Yeah. Jumping back to The Expanse, the TV show on Amazon, they have plants on all of their ships for oxygen, like, and air purifiers and stuff like that. And so that's really cool to see that mirrored in Lego. Whether or not they took that from the show or just normal, like, everyday science, because that is scientifically based, like, it's cool to see those plants in the Lego Space line.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
Let's see, MJ Grand Sard. I can't read. But they said the dome has so many potential with the mocks. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the potential for that part is insane. I mean, it's the potential for that is you can do, Lego Space again in more of a refined look if you want. Heck, you can take that moon base, tweak a few things, throw some snow on it, put some polar bears outside, and you got your own.
You got a brand new Arctic base.
You can make your own new Arctic base with this one.
Holy crap.
There you go. Make the UCS Arctic base we were talking about earlier out of this moon base. I mean,
right?
Possibilities are endless there, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. Except you always got to have 4 of them. You got
always. Do you want to explain why you need 4 of them to people who don't know why they need 4?
Because it's broken into 4 to create the whole dome.
Oh, I see. It doesn't come with 4? Wait.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying no matter what you do, it's got to be enforced because the way that the piece is, it's like a quarter, but it's a shifted quarter. It's not a quarter.
No, you're
right.
It's
on an angle.
Well, can you do a half or not?
Yeah, you can, but it'll be diagonal.
Oh, interesting. That could be cool, though.
It could, but I mean...
Well, yeah. It could be challenging.
Very challenging, too.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, we got MJ. It's good. Yeah, sorry. The text is like this big, and I don't have, like, my reading glasses, so I mess up everybody's tags on this, so don't worry about it. We'll call you MJ. And then we got Robbie Duck 12 in here. Good to see you again.
Yeah, what's
Thanks
up,
for
Robbie?
joining. We're about wrapping it up. For those of you who joined at any point and we were not talking about Lego Arctic, well, we got a lot of sidetracked stuff going on today, but it was a lot of fun still.
That's because we like Lego.
Yes, we like Lego.
We can talk about it for days.
Yes, and that's what we plan to do. We're trying to keep this up as long as we can. So next week, we won't be doing a live stream, but we'll jump back on the grind the week after that. Oh, and the one last fun little thing about Lego Arctic, the Lego Racers 2 video game featured a whole world of Lego Arctic, including all of the sets built digitally in the game, and I believe almost every single Arctic vehicle was drivable in that game, whether you were just driving around in the map or you were actually racing with them. So that was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Did you ever play any of those older games?
I didn't.
Yeah, me and my brother used to play them a lot, and so we had fun with that one. I remember the little we didn't actually talk about this set. It was the ice sail set. Which one? The one with the skis?
Yeah.
I remember trying to drive that one in the game, and they put like some stupid slippery mechanic on it or something, and so you're like sliding all over the track with it. It's so hard to use. I thought it was pretty funny they like actually did that. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was a lot of fun. So Lego Racers 2. Not as good as Lego Racers 1, but still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Retro Bricks. You guys know what the theme you're doing next time. Of course. See, this was our cop-out. I was like, hey, should we like figure out what we're going to talk about next time? We're like, we'll take a break next time. Okay, cool. That's what we'll do next time. And now he's like, oh, yeah, so what are you guys doing next time?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I don't know. We'll
think about it. We'll think about it over Christmas, and
yeah,
it'll be in a post a day or so ahead of schedule.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know when we get there what we'll decide to be talking about. It'll be fun like it always is. We like digging up old weird themes, and we love talking about Castle and Pirate. And so we'll be doing more of those. I'm looking forward to talking about Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit Lego sets at some point. So maybe we'll dig into those next time.
MJ, thank you for the purchase. I'm glad to see that you like your shirt.
Awesome.
I wear one of my shirts every day. I'm wearing Ice Planet today.
They're comfy shirts, man. I give them that for sure. They're good. They're good stuff. Let's see.
That's true. Robbie Duck. He says next you can talk about what Lego you got for Christmas.
Hey, yeah, we'll see. That'd be kind of fun.
I mean, I had a specific list, right? And Crystal told me that I wasn't allowed to buy Lego prior to Christmas, like at the beginning of December. So
Yeah.
I made a list knowing that like that list would be handled, but then there's other sets that I could still
I
buy.
was just gonna say, I'm like, hang on a minute. You just sent me a picture of something that you just got. So you broke
Yeah,
the
no,
rule.
I just today I went to the Lego store and bought the Haunted Mansion.
Dude, are you building that tomorrow?
I am.
Oh man, I'm so
I'm gonna
jealous.
sit here and drink like 8 cups of coffee and build the Haunted Mansion tomorrow.
That's gonna be so much fun, dude. Send me some pictures. Dude, I want that set so much.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I love it. It's sitting over here on my long table right now, still in the box.
Cool.
But yeah, I bought that. That wasn't a Christmas, but it's like, I don't know what. We're like a couple days, 5 days from Christmas.
Close enough. I mean, we could talk about it on the Christmas one if we want to do that. We could do a fun, just like a Christmas, like what we got for Christmas, and then talk about whatever themes are related to a little bit, and then maybe have just like Q&A and the questions while we're going or something like that.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's do that. We'll do a post-Christmas Q&A. We can even post a little thing like we did last time to have people write in some questions if we want to do that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right.
That was fun.
Well, that being said, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I hope it's filled with lots of Lego bricks.
Absolutely.
I know mine are. I got like 5 Bricklink orders today just to dig through for the week.
Oh, yeah. There you go, man. Well, yeah. Everyone have a safe holiday season. You have a great Christmas yourself, Andrew. And we'll get back together after Christmas, and we'll be ready to hit the road again.
Yes, agreed. Robbie Duck, we will do some Lego room tours a little later. I'll be doing a live, or a YouTube series of my big castle build, so you'll be able to see a little bit more during that.
Sweet, yeah. And I have to basically renovate my whole room before anyone can see it because it's a nightmare. So
it's a mess.
Yeah, at some point it'd be great, and I would like to do that. We are getting Christmas wishes. Going back to Halloween. We're getting Christmas wishes in the chat, and we very much appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good night, man.
You too. You guys have a good one.
Take it easy.